Welcome to this
Welcome.
very special episode of the We Are Era podcast. I'm joined here today with Gil Cade, prime example, and John, aka Icon from Warrior Gaming Competitions. How is everyone? How's everyone on this fine afternoon, night, day, wherever you are? How is everyone? Man. Good.
It's good.
How's your day been? I've been in a game jam all day.
Nice.
Oof, it's
stressful.
It's not been nice. It's not been nice. We're here today with our sponsors, Warrior Gaming Competitions. Hi, John. How are you?
How are we doing, guys? I'm all good. Are you?
Yeah, good, man. So if you just want to, I don't know, say something about yourself, where you're from.
6'1", 6'2", dark hair. Oh,
dark.
So my name's John. I make up 50% of Warrior Gamer Competitions with my business partner Hayden. We run a competitions company online. We'll probably go into some point tonight how that came about and why we set it up and stuff like that.
Oh yes.
We set the company up during the first initial lockdown, following an idea that we sort of come across.
Bad idea, John. Bad idea.
It sort of got to where we are now.
Good stuff. Well, it's like an honor to have you on our podcast, and
you won't be saying that by the end of it.
It's all right. Before in sound check, you were saying you were gonna sit in the corner.
Give it 25 minutes. We'll see.
I didn't say anything.
Right. So we'll get into it. We're gonna do a little Q&A with Warrior Gaming. Just ask a few questions. Me, Jordan, and Nathan have all got 5 questions each for John, and it was meant to be Hayden, but unfortunately couldn't make it. But yeah, we're gonna fire some questions out, and I will go first, if you don't mind.
Crack on.
Oh no, you got you.
What was the first game, John, you ever played or remember playing?
First game I ever played was a demo disc of Age of Empires. My old man brought a laptop back, which was more like a briefcase than a laptop. It was massive. He brought it back, and he brought I don't know if it was PC Gamer, or he brought a magazine back. The old school ones that used to have a demo disc that would come on the front.
Yeah.
And it had Age of Empires on it, and he installed it and sat me down in front of it, and I've played PC games pretty much ever since. So that was the first game I played. I still don't ever think I ever beat the first level on there. The one map it gave you.
Age of Empires.
Revisit the remake. I bet you could HD get back into that.
I still play it now.
It's a fantastic game.
I've played every single one that's been released, even the HD versions and the remastered versions. I still play it. What are we talking? A good 20 years after, 25 years maybe after I first played that demo disc. I was probably about 7 or 8. So yeah, still play it now. Still got it on Steam.
Yeah, man, that's a good
can't
game.
Be a game with the Age of Empires, can you? And can't you just?
What game? Just while we're here, what game was your first 2 games? I don't think I've ever asked that.
Mine was Pac-Man for the Atari 2600.
Old school.
Yeah. Rendition from the arcade, but that's one that sticks in my head.
I don't know, man. Like, if I could probably think of some older ones. In terms of memory-wise, the one that I can remember the most in terms of playing was Silent Hill. My brother had a copy of Silent Hill on PS1, and that is literally... I just kept playing it, but obviously I didn't play it properly. I'd literally do the first level, then save over his game every time. Because obviously at that age, you don't know what overwrite is. You just kind of press save.
Just do it.
Overwrite. Just trust me, just kept restarting his playthrough every time. So
I'm surprised if I even had one.
That's the one that I've got, the earliest one.
Yeah, I think mine was probably Super Nintendo and Super Mario Bros. Probably. Yeah. Jordan, go on if you want to ask.
Right. Yeah. So my question is, what's a game you thought you'd like but you actually hated?
Oh, good question. That is a really good question. I don't know. There's been a lot of games. I wouldn't say there was any games that I've brought and thought that's going to be amazing and hated it. There's been a few that I've brought and thought it's been overhyped and it's never been anywhere near as good as I sort of expected it to be. Trying to think of a couple that probably a couple of the Rainbow Six games back in the day. I used to play a lot of Rainbow Six and Rogue Spear, and then Vegas was released, and I was never really a big fan of Vegas. I absolutely smashed all the ones before that, all Urban Ops and whatnot.
Just Rainbow Six on it. Tom Clancy Rainbow Six.
The Vegas games for me were absolutely insane. I fucking played them to death.
Did you like them? I loved them, me.
It's not that I didn't like them. It's just that all the others before them, I absolutely rinsed into the ground, and that was the next natural progression. And I thought it was going to be a lot better than I thought it was. I didn't hate it. I just thought it was not as good as I was expecting it to be.
Yeah. Sick. Nice. Nathan, go on, lad. Do you would you rather? They're sick.
So the first one on my list is: would you rather eat a whole jar of mayonnaise, or would you rather eat a whole tub of butter?
It's nice and easy. This one. If I ever have a crumpet, it's got to be absolutely sopping wet.
Like dripping through the bottom.
Yeah. So easy. Tub of butter.
Like a newly used sponge.
Yeah, man. That roof of that mouth would be slippery all the way down.
It'd be sufficiently lubed.
Sufficiently. Are we talking like them 1.5 kg butters or?
It depends on the butter though. It's got to depend on the butter, man.
I don't care.
Lower pack.
Lower pack. Give me the big stub.
Man, I think he'd have heart disease or something from that. That's got so much salt in. Right.
I'd also go with the same. To be fair, like mayonnaise is pretty dang. I don't like mayonnaise.
I like mayonnaise with everything, but just not on its own, because that's just. Maybe I'll do a stream one day, and if you donate me some money, I'll eat a jar of mayonnaise.
I'd definitely pay towards that.
I'm all for getting new viewers and new followers, but it's taking it to whole new levels.
Oh man, no, I think I'd throw up. Right, so John, what is your favourite game of all time and why?
It's got to be one of three. Already mentioned Age of Empires, so just for the nostalgia, just for it being the first game that I've ever played. Rainbow Six Rogue Spear, again, mentioned that because I absolutely nailed it as a kid. We're talking playing it from getting in from school till I was forced to go to bed, and then getting up at 1 o'clock in the morning when my parents had gone to sleep, and playing until it was time to go to school. And that would be a regular occurrence, 5, 6, 7 days a week normally. In the school holidays, I don't think I slept for about 6 weeks. I'd literally hammer it. So that would be up there as well. And Counter-Strike.
Nice.
1.6. I've always been a bit of an FPS player, so the original 1.6. I play CS. Yeah, I still play CS:GO now. But it just doesn't have that same nostalgic feel to it that 1.6 had.
Mm-hmm. Like I think I played CSS for a little bit, but I just always got one-digged, and it was just impossible to even play that game because my reflexes are like not very good.
There's some kids that are just that ridiculous at the game that you'll automatically think that they're probably cheating.
Yeah.
But
it's straight up hacker.
Yeah, but 9 times out of 10 they're not. It's just that they were the little kid I was on Rogue Spear, and they just hammered it that much that it becomes second nature to them.
Just have a read through some of these comments. So, Bronson DS Icon got me into PC gaming through Rogue Spear many moons ago. Great game.
That's my cousin, I think.
Ah, sick. Welcome. Square OG Mario on the Game Boy was your first game. I was an Xbox moved to PC. You see, I wasn't a PC gamer properly till I was about 10 years ago.
Me just this year.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I'm back. I'm like all the way from the 90s, but yeah, 90s PC
I'm a
gaming.
90s baby. I know my brother used to have one. My oldest brother, but we was never allowed to touch it. If you touched it, you'd get a dead arm.
Standard.
And trust, innit?
It's nice of you to join the master race anyway.
Yes.
Conversation for a different time.
Well, Jordan. I feel like you could actually be changing.
Don't get me wrong. Over the past couple of months, I have spent a lot more time on my PC. I got a PS5, and I think I've still spent more time on my PC. Although I did actually smash out Spider-Man and Demon's Souls.
Yeah, you did. Quick.
Yeah. Quick, yeah.
Go on, John. Fire out next one.
Yeah, so I just want to know, what game have you spent the most amount of time playing? It might even be your favorite game, but what game have you actually
ever or just recently or
just like lifetime? What game have you played the most?
Age of Empires.
Age of Empires.
Yeah, if you add up all the series, just because I've literally was the first game I played, and no matter what other game I play, I'll always seem to end up back playing that, even if it's for a couple of months, and then I'll get back into something else, and I'll then fall back into playing that again. So probably that. Recently Warzone, although that is the world's most broken game at the moment. There's so many things wrong with it. So many things wrong with it. It's ridiculous.
Do you know what I got introduced to yesterday? The infinite tactical glitch. Some guy threw grenades at me in quick succession.
Yeah. What I don't understand is there's been 2 or 3 glitches with the tactical or stim glitches, the invisibility glitch, and with people being able to people like you can get the loadout drop on your head and like drop into the gulag and stuff like that now.
And then
so there's a lot.
Well.
Yeah, so there's a lot of these glitches that have been in the game previously and been patched out, and now they're back in. Surely they know about it. It just feels a little bit like they just lob out a patch and go, yeah, see how that happens. Since Cold War came in, I've not played it.
All right. What about you two? Most amount of time played?
Most amount of time. Game.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's probably
RuneScape or something.
Final Fantasy 11. Yeah, probably FF11 or RuneScape or one of them MMOs.
Yeah, mine's probably.
I think I always play Dark Souls, the first one, but I think I spent the most amount of time on Monster Hunter.
Oh,
yeah, I would definitely say yours is Monster Hunter. Yeah.
I think I'm on 1,600 hours now.
Jesus, that's crazy.
Sunk a lot of hours into PUBG.
Yes,
a lot of hours into PUBG, but I thought that game was broken, but also
it's worse now.
Yeah, they brought bots into it, and also they've ruined it. It was a great game. But
PUBG's got bots now?
Yeah. It's got bots in it.
Oh god.
They sold out, and it's fair dues, I guess. With if I were in that position, I'd probably.
I keep up with Fortnite, mate. You'd do anything.
Yeah.
You know what? Take that back. It wasn't RuneScape. It'll be League of Legends.
Oh
I've fucking played that game for too long, and it kills your mind and your brain cells.
I know. We're talking at a night, going through stuff, and Sam's just like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna jump into a game of League." It's just out of nowhere. It
is, man.
Commenting in the chat's got it bang on. You never quit RuneScape. You just go AFK.
Yeah.
They've got you by the bollocks as soon as you made your account.
Oh yeah, they know what they're doing.
Go on then, Nathan. Go on.
Oh yeah. So, would you rather fight 100-sized horse? Hang on, I'll get it right one day. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
I think I'd go for one horse-sized duck, just because it's just one enemy to think about. Then
Yeah.
Like,
I can't get flanked. You know what I mean? So,
you're gonna get pecked by that big fucking.
You know that
That ostrich beak.
if I've got giant duck stood in front of me, I think I'm going to be pecked anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking like you could just stamp on all the little horses. You could just stamp them out because there's only
No,
like.
but ducks aren't that small, man. You get some big bastard ducks, you know.
I
don't know, man.
I'm thinking I'll just take a loaf of bread and I'll just watch a loaf of bread.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, what?
I'll just proper yeet
You know,
a loaf of bread.
big piece of bread for a horse-sized duck. Shit. Do you know, man, when you said that time splitters,
yeah, man.
and the challenges. When you said that, then I was like, oh, Nathan.
The challenges and weren't they like
That
a
in
cat?
Time Splitters 2, they used to have challenges, and one of them is I think it's 100. Well, you got to kill like 60 enemies in a certain time to get a gold. And one of the challenge maps is the hospital, and you got to shoot the ducks with the double barrel shotgun.
All right, I can't remember that one.
If I said that, then I was like, oh shit.
Right, so why? Because I remember talking to you back when we first met, John, and you said that you started off streaming. So what did you get in? Why did you get into streaming, and what was the first game you wanted to stream?
I think I first got into streaming. I've never been a massive streamer. I never had a or anything like that. It's more a hobby or something.
Yeah.
We're doing. But it was probably off the back of seeing other streamers and seeing what they were sort of doing. So obviously you've got the more recent ones, your Stone Mountains, your Dr. Disrespect, and Shroud, and people like that. But I think I probably got into it from watching them, looking for ways to how I can improve.
Yeah.
And then obviously they'll put out their their clips and stuff like that of ridiculous 360 headshots and so on. So you end up following them, and then you sort of look at, well, they're literally just a bloke sat in front of a computer. When you break it down, it's just a bloke with a webcam and a microphone in a computer game. That's what it is. So yeah, I just probably the same as anybody. Watched what others were doing and thought, I'll have a crack at that. And that's sort of where it first came from.
Would you say that's kind of? I was gonna say, would you say that's kind of led you to this point?
Sort of.
Yeah.
It sort of yeah. It plays a part in it. I wouldn't say it's led us to set warrior gaming or anything like that. It's playing a part in it, but certainly not the main elements. But yeah, I mean, in terms of the first game I wanted to stream, it was never really a case of I really want to stream that game. I think it was just I streamed whatever I was playing at the time, which I think was probably PUBG.
Yeah.
PUBG at the time.
John's got a nice one for you. Yeah. Go
on. So yeah, I just want to who or what inspired you to start warrior gaming? So did you feel like, did you just do it because it was something you wanted to do in lockdown, or is it something that kind of triggered and you was then motivated or inspired to kind of go down this way? Or
so me and Hayden, my business partner, we both quite enjoy going airsofting. So we go airsofting as many times as we can. And one of the sites that we went to down in Oxford, probably about 18 months or so ago, they ran basically a raffle. When you turned up, it was a case of 10 quid for a number of tickets, and first prize wins a rifle, second prize wins a pistol, third prize wins whatever. And they just bought 4 or 5 prizes in the pot. And by the time they came to draw it, there was literally a barrel full of tickets. There must have been thousands of pounds worth of tickets in there. And quick calculation of how much the prizes were worth, we looked at that and thought, well, they've probably put up £1,000 worth of prizes, and they've probably got about 8 or 9 grand worth of tickets. This is absolutely crazy, you know. And I wondered, being, me and Hayden come from a gaming background, I wondered how could we potentially take that and apply it to gaming in some way.
Mhm.
So we did a fair few background checks and saw what was involved and what you had to do. So we probably spent 4-5 months planning, going through all the regulations, making sure everything we were doing was above board, transparent, legal, making sure that we weren't doing anything that can be considered dodgy or anything like that. So we spent a long time just watching other companies. There seems to be quite a few companies that do competitions that offer holidays in cars and stuff like that. Really big, ridiculous stuff. But there didn't seem to, there's people knocking out Porsches and Ferraris and 4x4s and stuff like that. But there didn't really seem to be too many that were dedicated towards gamers or tech. So we sort of looked at that, took the idea, and just sort of ran with it really, and that's led us to where we are today. So a game of airsoft, basically, is answer to your question.
Yeah.
That's as random as it is. That's what's led us to where we are now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sick.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is. It is. Nathan?
Am I cool to do mine?
Yeah.
So, would you rather eat poison ivy or a handful of wasps?
I mean, who wrote these questions? So at the moment, I'm eating a whole tub of butter while smashing off one massive duck. Then once I've done that,
You got to finish it off with something.
You dehydrated.
yeah, I've never really tried. To be fair, I'm thinking if I cover the wasps in a bit of butter that I'm going to have left over from my tub, then they might be all right. I don't know if they will kill me.
I think poison ivy is probably going to kill you, right? So you're probably going to go for the wasps.
Yeah.
But to be fair, one massive duck might kill me. So
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Should we go
Like,
for horses, man?
listen, enough Lurpak on anything is fine.
yes, wasps. Why not?
So I've got one. What I see your PC. What specs is your rig? If you know them off by heart.
It's not as good as it would look, to be honest with you. It's I've got a Asus ROG Strix 450F motherboard. I've got a 1070 Ti GPU. I've got a AMD Ryzen 5, I think.
Okay.
5, I think, and then I've got 16 gig of Corsair DDR4 Vengeance Pro RGB RAM.
Nice. Very nice. Oh,
He's gone.
he's gone. He's
And
back.
And loads of red Corsair lights.
You just cut out for a second then, John.
Did I?
Yeah, the camera cut out. Not sure why.
Am I back in now?
Yeah, you're back in, but no camera feed.
I can tell
Random.
you until we get that sorted.
Hold on.
What'd you say, Nathan?
My spec,
There we go.
I've got
I didn't
a
I didn't
Ryzen.
touch anything.
Yeah, no,
That's all right.
went off.
I literally pointed at my computer.
Innit? And you,
I said it wasn't that great, and it's obviously just thought, oh, screw you.
mate, it was like, yo, I'm not having any of that, man. I've done you good.
Yeah. Oh, never mind.
Go on then, Nath. What's yours?
Ryzen 7 2700X, I believe. I've got 32 gig of DDR4, and my cards are just a 1050 Ti. I'm thinking of upgrading now we've been paid, but I don't know what to. I'm thinking maybe 2060.
You dirty boy.
We'll see.
My rig is pretty much identical to John's, to be honest. I've just got a 1080 Ti.
That's a nice card, man.
It is. It's done me good.
Much like my penis, it's not much to look at, but it gets the job done.
Hey, that's what I like to hear. Yep, that's exactly what we like to hear. Is Jordan, go and fire away your next one.
So, what is your favorite class in games? So, warrior, mage, rogue, etc., and why?
I don't know whether you can consider it as rogue, but whenever I'm playing Skyrim, Oblivion, Elder Scroll, any form of Elder Scrolls or something along those lines, it's always a sneaky archer, I suppose.
Yeah.
So not necessarily a rogue, because when you say rogue, immediately I just think of dual daggers, something like that.
Yeah.
So I would probably say a stealth archer.
No, that's a good like I would say it's an archer, and stealth like archer, yeah. That's something I'd probably go for. Yeah. What about you, Jordan?
For some reason, in every single game, I always radiate to a wizard or a mage of some sort.
Oh, man,
The only game I don't do that in, for some reason, is Skyrim, and I always go great sword, heavy armor. I don't know why. It's probably weird. So
Yeah.
everything else is wizard mage, but then Skyrim, I'm always two-handed great sword.
It depends for me. Like, it depends if I'm RPing or if I'm, because I do like to RP, and I tend to go for a mage sort of character, wizard. And then if I was just like playing to grind or whatever, it'd be like a warrior class with like a sword or something like that.
What about you, Sam?
Me, same as John. If it comes to Skyrim, probably it's something like an archer, stealth. I did about 2 months ago. I did do like a Shrek build, which I played for a little bit, but I just don't like meleeing too much. Although in Final Fantasy 14 recently, I made like a tank, and he was just the biggest, burliest man you'll ever see.
A couple of times I've gone with Skyrim, started out as a mage, and wanting to go full Gandalf on it, but it just I just never see it through. It just doesn't feel as fun for me.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what it is. I think that's what it is. I don't think it's as fun in Skyrim being a mage.
I think it's a lot easier to just cast a spell at someone and instantly obliterate them rather than having to block their attacks, and it's a lot easier to be a mage, isn't it?
So we just want to backtrack a little bit to the rig. Someone in chat, Godless. I think he's a part of the Warrior Gaming. Is he?
He is, yeah. He's got the world's smoothest, sexiest voice you'll ever hear. Honestly, go and drop in and watch his stream, and you'll see what I mean.
Odin God, if you just want to put your link to your channel, get it out there. Get that channel out there. But yeah, the his rig that he's getting, it looks like it could power a house. It
looks like he's robbed it off NASA.
Pretty much. Oh yeah, that's a nice setup. I would like to read it all out, but I probably wouldn't be able to.
Plenty around. Yeah.
3090, where have you been able to get one of them? That's what I want to know. I think they are selling them in pre-built, so aren't they them?
It's the only way I think you can get them at the moment is in pre-builts.
Yeah, that's crazy. That. Well, let's see if the KF console has one in.
KF console.
Apparently, the KF console has got a 30 series graphics card in, which we'll see if that actually is a thing. Nathan, or is it Jordan?
Nathan.
Yeah, me. So the next daft question that I'd like to ask you is: would you rather run at 100 miles an hour or fly at 10?
Fly at 10.
I was thinking about this.
Yeah,
I would rather fly at 10.
There's plenty of people that can run quickly, maybe not 100 miles an hour, but there's nobody that can fly.
You don't see me run, John.
I think I could do a lot more stuff flying. So yeah, flying. I can put a cape on and a blue suit and just go and save people's lives.
At 10 miles an hour.
Yeah. Not going anywhere.
I'll be there soon.
Yeah, I'll be there soon. I'll be there in about 20 minutes. Bear with me. I would actually run 100 mile per hour. I
I
think.
don't know, man. I like the idea of flying.
You'd be able to like just run to like down to Cornwall if you wanted, and it wouldn't take that long.
Why?
No, it would still take. It probably would still take like what 3 hours. For
Still not like it.
You want to run to Cornwall?
Yeah. I don't know how long it'd take it flying.
It'd be cool.
You'd be knackered though, running
You'd
100
be
miles an hour.
fucked, innit?
I'd be just chilling, just flying. Okay, it's going to take me 3 years to get there, but I won't be tired when I'm there.
Just shout out Odin Godless. Go check him out. He's put his link in the chat. Go show him some love. Me now, isn't it? For my last question. What are your goals for Warrior Gaming, and what other companies would you like to collaborate with?
Good questions. Other companies, I could straight away just go in with a couple of the big ones. Like I think everybody at the moment seems to want to get affiliated with Sneak because they're probably one of the major energy drink or gaming drinks, gaming fuel, whatever you want to call it. One of the major ones in the UK at the moment, but it appears that pretty much every man and his dog wants to try and get linked up with them. In terms of the business and what another company could bring to it and what we could help with another business, I would probably say Overclockers. One, because they're just up the road from us. So they are really, really close. But we could pull together a really, really high-end top spec PC for a competition, and they could build a ridiculous water-cooled system for us, for example. So yeah, probably someone like Overclockers or something like that. And in terms of what of our goals, we would love to build a company up to a point where we can start giving more and more back. So me and Hayden have played games and been gamers for literally God knows how many years, and we've taken a lot out of it over the years. So we would love at the moment, we do giveaways regularly, completely free of charge giveaways. So we've got 16 gig of Corsair RAM that we're giving away completely free of charge at the moment on our Facebook page. And we would like to keep moving those prizes up and up and up for the free giveaways. There's obviously a certain element of business to that in terms of, putting out a decent free giveaway is going to increase more people following us. We're not naive enough to realise that that's one of the reasons that we've done it. But we would love to be able to start giving more and more back. And if we could potentially one day give someone, a lucky person, a ridiculous pre-built top spec PC, and they've not had to pay a penny for it because they've just won it, or maybe not because they've won it, because they've done something to deserve it. So actually give it to someone that's maybe done something that's they've gone above and beyond, not for us, for charity or something like that, maybe, and reward somebody that deserves it. So that's what we would love to do.
Cool.
Whether we get there or not's another thing, but
you will, mate. Don't you worry.
One step at a time.
While we're on that, we'll just do a quick promotion. So Warrior Game competitions obviously do really cheap, nice, affordable competitions right now. Jordan, could you link the? Look at that! Around too quick, so quick.
I haven't even typed the www.
He's on it. So go check out Warrior Gaming competitions. They've got some very good competitions on at the moment. Your monitor's just sold out on it other day.
So we put that up with a timer of about 2.5 weeks, and there's still probably 10 days left on it, and it's already sold out. So that one was ridiculously popular. I think it was AOC 165 hertz.
Yeah.
Second response 24-inch curved monitor.
ARC won it.
Yeah,
it really was.
So that absolutely flew out. There's I think there's maybe 5 or 6 competitions on there at the moment. A lot of them
Yeah.
geared towards streamers. So there's a Blue Yeti mic, which is the same mic that I've got, which comes with a boom arm and stuff like that as well. There's a Razer Keo webcam. There's a Chroma Key green screen. There's other stuff. Go and check them out. Check them out. But we're building, hopefully building up to doing full spec PCs and other stuff, or more high end stuff. But we don't want to run before we can walk. We don't want to book a competition up that then takes 2 months to sell out. We don't want people to buy a couple of tickets and then not find out for 2 months whether they've won or not. We'd rather get it on, get the tickets in, and get it out. So we're just conscious of not wanting people to part with their money and then be waiting forever to find out. So we'll get to it. We'll get there. We'll get there. It's just a matter of time.
Smart moves. But yeah, go use the Error 10 code to get 10% off. Yeah, go grab you some tickets. I'm probably gonna do it tonight because I got money.
Oh yeah,
the one that isn't on the website at the moment is the Corsair RAM. So that's on our Facebook page. So that's completely free to enter. So if anybody wants to go and enter for the Corsair RAM, just go and follow the instructions on the pin post on our Facebook page. Absolutely everything's on there, and it doesn't cost a penny. Literally doesn't cost a penny to enter. There's no catches, and we'll draw it in a week or two's time. And
is that the one where we? Is that the one where we have to just? Is it share the post and?
Yeah, like, share, and comment. Just
share, and comment.
The standard Facebook
malarkey
stuff that you would need to do. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, go check them out, and we'll carry on. I think we've got 2 more questions for John before he departs on his adventures. Jordan, go on, fire away.
Just a simple one. What game are you playing right now?
I'm reliving my youth at the moment, and I'm playing Resident Evil. So I think a couple of weeks ago, one of the films just popped up on TV and watched the films. And I thought, why not? I'm going to go back and I'm going to play every single Resident Evil. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. I've completed 2, 3, and 4. 2 and 3 have just been remastered, so they're fine on PC. 4 was awful on PC because it's definitely a control pad game. It's been ported across to PC. The game's fine, the storyline's fine, but trying to use mouse and keyboard on a controller game was definitely hard work. So I've done that, and I've skipped a couple and gone to 7. So the answer to your question is the first person Resident Evil 7.
Ooh.
Nice.
We talked about that, and don't know how you do it. Do not know how you do it. I don't even know why I've got this on in background because I've played it once, and I'm just not a horror guy. I'd rather see fairies.
It's I'm waiting to see where the whole Resident Evil part of it comes into that game at the moment because it's still early days when you just started playing it. But it just feels like a jump scare game. To be fair.
Well, yeah, it does look like. Jordan, you completed that.
Yeah, I've done most. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It does start feeling more Resident Evil-y. It does start feeling more more like the originals and classics.
Yeah,
or more puzzles and more going backwards and forwards rather than the linear action games that the number 4 and 5 were.
Yeah,
so, it's definitely good.
It does feel like 4 and 5 are more just first-person shooters with a bit of story woven in, as opposed to a story-driven game that.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Whilst I'm not filling me pants with all the jump scares.
And finally, Nathan, if you want to fire yours out.
This is the best one. This is the best one out of the lot.
Oh,
so,
no.
Either swim 300 meters through shit, or swim 300 meters through dead bodies.
I'm gonna say this is an easy one, although I don't know how. But I'm going on the logic of when people die, they normally shit themselves anyway. So if I was going to have to swim through 300 meters of dead bodies that have then shat themselves, I'm not going to do both. So I'll go with number A, please. Shit. And I've just realised I've said number A. So I'll letter A.
No, to be fair, yeah, it's kind of a trick question. Dead people shit themselves, so you would be doing both if you chose dead bodies.
Why did dead people shit themselves?
Trick
Oh.
question.
All their bodies relax their muscles.
Yeah, so you just inside, just
Yeah, exactly that.
Avoid the bowels.
yes.
If you ever find yourself swimming through a bunch of dead bodies,
Just take the other option, guys. Come on. Yeah, I just, I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't. I think I'd rather die with the dead bodies and shit myself.
Rather die than swim through.
I'd rather die and shit myself, so you guys have to swim through my shitty pants. Right. So.
Well, this went south.
Yeah, it always does, man. It always does.
So Purple Donkey said,
question.
"What an arousing question! Brown bread in your pants." There's no called bio. Right. So that is it for the Q&A for John and Warrior Gaming.
Well, John, have you got any questions for us?
Yeah, I've got one question for all of you.
Oh yeah, go on.
If you could only ever play one game ever again, what game would it be?
Oh.
You could never ever play any other game.
Oh.
I don't know why you two are taking Dark Souls. I'm Dark Souls. Dark Souls.
Is the replayability there?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for something like
that question for everyone else in the chat as well. I want to hear everyone else's opinions on this.
For me personally, Dark Souls, I have played the first Dark Souls and I have platinumed it, 100%ed it at least 6 times now.
Oh my god.
Man.
You're a psycho.
You are a psycho.
I don't know.
Fair, it sounds like he doesn't play any other games anyway, so that's easy for him to answer.
Just Dark Souls for me. I play a lot of games. I'm surprised I'm not dead from not sleeping, to be honest. I don't play games.
Don't do that. We'd have to swim through your body.
Grill City says Metal Gear. Good. I could probably play that once. I don't know about going back.
I think you could play Metal Gear a couple more times.
The original, Metal Gear Solid.
I've said Dark Souls, but let's face it, nobody can play the same game forever.
It would have to be something like RuneScape or
Pokemon.
Actually, gentlemen, if you reset the trophies every time I finish them, then yes, I would keep playing.
Purple Donkey says No Man's Sky. Odin says Medal of Honor. And old school RuneScape. I would probably say League of Legends if I were playing it, but I'm banned, so.
Bronson's
question.
I'm not going into that. I'm not going into why I'm banned. I'm stopping playing that game because it's a naughty game and I shouldn't be playing it. Minecraft, that's a good shout.
Square says Final Fantasy 7 or 14.
11. If they made 11 offline.
PUBG before bots. What about you, John?
I'm gonna have to say Age of Empires 2. One, because I've already racked up 20 odd years on it already.
Are you a big Command and Conquer fan?
When I was younger, I used to love the whole Bravado and Nod and Global Initiative and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you used to rinse those. Red Alert I enjoyed as well.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really follow it after Tiberium's Son and all the others that followed on with Kane and so on after that.
Yeah, Kane's Wrath and all that.
Yeah, so probably up to the point where Red Alert 1, Red Alert 2 came out. I really touched them after that. But yeah, probably Age of Empires. I'm trying to think of it logically in terms of I'd need something that wouldn't make me rage quit all the time, like Warzone does, like PUBG does, like Counter-Strike does. it's a bit more of a chilled out game, and it's something that when you sit down and play it, you're putting in an hour and a half into one multiplayer game anyway. So yeah, I would probably say Age of Empires for me.
Bronson says Icon's a savage one. AOE, to be fair, well annoying. You're a savage on Age of Empires.
I used to be half good, but I don't play it, and it's one of those games where it's repetition. The more you play it, the quicker you get at doing stuff, the better you get at doing stuff. But on the same token, I cannot play it for 2 years and then go and pick it up, and it'll just be like riding a bike. You just carry on the same. You'll only ever drop to a certain level. And if I played it for 2 or 3 months, I'd probably be back up to where I was before.
Yeah. I would go on Purple Donkey on that Minecraft. I think I just want to build loads of shit and just become a hermit and play.
I've never played it. Never played it. Never played
I've never played it.
Oh, I did like 3 all-nighters at one time in my life to just play that game. In a row, 3 all-nighters in a row.
I don't get it. Not in a harsh way for anyone who plays it. I just don't really understand the game.
That's what I like.
Like a creative sandbox game, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah. It's just like, oh, what could I build? Oh, let's try and do the Leaning Tower pizza.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if you get to them, but when I've started it and with friends, but it's one of these games when I start it, I feel like I've got no purpose to play it.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like there's any end goal to it.
Yeah, that's it. There's not end goal.
Like people that like modelers in it. It's like definitely it's got that modeler sort of to it where you can sort of create something from your mind or a picture or. But I know what you're saying. I
do think it's you make your own goals in that. You literally thrown in this world, and they're just like,
do what you want.
Do what you want, man. I'm not giving you anything to do, man. Do what you want. Go kill some sheep or something. Make some beds.
I was a bit confused when I saw it, and it's literally just blocks.
Yeah.
And the graphics look absolutely awful, and then Microsoft bought it for about 10 billion or whatever they paid for it. I just didn't understand
how one guy made something so sick.
Minecraft is a fucking genius, but the game didn't appeal to me.
One guy made it, and it's just like
when I went to the game shop, it constantly sold out.
Yeah, I bet. Right, so that's nearly hitting the hour mark, John. It's been a pleasure. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. Jordan's looking like Dr. Evil with that cat.
Man. Well, leave me alone. Like, if I don't do this for at least an hour now, it'll just keep jumping on my desk. Trust me, man.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure, John. Good luck with Warrior Gaming. We'll help you. And I know there's a few in chat who will be helping. We'll just stick together, push forward.
And hopefully there'll be for us in a season or three's time, you'll be joining us again to tell us how much you've grown. And
definitely. I'd love to jump back on, and hopefully as we move along the line and we grow and we get bigger, there'll be opportunities that will present themselves where we'll maybe get some really high level streamers on board with us. It'd be brilliant for you guys to interview some of the top streamers around at the moment.
That'd be awesome.
We're not just about sort of the big names. Obviously, we don't want to sort of forget where we started, which is with a sort of a lot of smaller streamers. There's a lot of guys that stream that don't want to get to those levels because they do it for enjoyment. They don't do it because they want to earn a living from it or anything like that. So it'd be good to for them guys to come on and explain why they quite enjoy streaming as well.
Definitely.
But on the other side of that, obviously you guys, you've got the knowledge of gaming and you've been playing a long time yourselves as well. So if we were to maybe host tournaments and stuff like that. It'd be brilliant to get you guys along as
We'll commentate.
a trio to commentate on the tournament.
I'd love
Oh,
it.
definitely.
There's loads of stuff we want to do. One of the things we had in the pipeline initially that has been scuppered by COVID is we wanted to get ourselves to a LAN event and get representing there.
Yeah.
Either going as gamers or get a stand as such, or maybe just taking a few of our streamers along as a thank you for their hard work. These guys are going out every single day and helping promote our brand. So it'd be nice to give something back to them. Maybe take a few of them along to a LAN event and make them grind a game for 4 days straight with no sleep, no showers. So yeah, it'd be brilliant to. That's just what I said at the start, about being able to get to the point where we can give something back to people. Yeah. If we're turning over a decent profit from what we do, then we can then start giving that back to people. So we would love to be able to do stuff like that. But hopefully, in a season or two's time, when I come back on, we'll grab you 3, and we'll do this. We'll do this from a LAN event somewhere.
Yeah, man, that'll be sick. That was definitely a target I'd love to reach. Definitely.
I'll bring the tub of butter and a massive duck.
I'll bring the wasps, and Sam will bring the shit.
I'll save my shit. Right, John, appreciate it. We are, if you guys stay tuned, we will be carrying on with a little bit of news. But one last shout out, go check out Warrior Gaming competitions, use Error 10, go use the codes. Save some money on some competition tickets. They're very cheap already. Make them even cheaper with them codes. And if you're just coming up in streaming, mate, it's perfect for you. Perfect for you. Go check them out, guys. And we will be back in 5 minutes.
Cheers,
Not
guys.
even that, couple minutes.
Yeah,
See you soon.
Thanks for having us on.
That was the intro. I'll play it one more time for you.
Tingles. It gives me tingles.
We've just got that recently done, and that will be the intro for our videos from now on for a little while till we make it big time. But yeah, thank you. I'm glad you guys like it. We love it. But yeah, we've got a bit of news for you guys now. It's only a little bit. It's gonna be a short one tonight, but yeah, we'll dive in. Awesome games done quickly. Did any of you guys watch any of that?
I tend to watch it live, but this year with everything been going on, I'm gonna just back watch it. So like, I'm really excited, and I'm happy how much they raised. But yeah, like, seriously, anyone that doesn't watch this, please go and watch it and try and support it, because it's fucking insane. It really is insane.
It is. So Devil's Tier watched the Metal Gear 1 and the 7, which I did not watch, and I bet they were sick. I know there's a Metal Gear 1 and with glitches, and I'm pretty sure you can skip most of the game. Didn't at all come out about the donations going to some shit place.
I don't think it ever got proved.
Oh, what's that?
I hope not. 2.7 million. It's not going to some charity, bro.
Well, it was going to Prevent Charity Foundation, wasn't it, this year?
For them to get accused of it and then still do it does mean that they've either been acquitted or there's like no evidence, or because you wouldn't keep doing it if there's a chance of a scandal.
Grill City, if you could, I don't know, if you could just send us a link of like just some articles I'd like to read through, if that's all right. Well, I might know my next business interest. I don't know what you mean, but yeah. So, awesome games done quickly. They managed to raise 2.7 million. which is their second highest amount. I think they did various different organisations, don't they?
Yeah.
Two.
Two different organisations.
The Prevent Cancer and the Doctors Without Borders.
Yeah.
They do the cancer one in the winter and the Doctors Without Borders one in the summer, I believe.
Right. And that, yeah, it's the second highest amount. Last year they raised over 3 million, which was huge. Who'd have thunk it that gamers have so much money?
Not the most expensive hobby in the world.
Well, yeah, true. A charity at the end of the day in 50 quid shills down to 10 after everything taken off. Yeah, someone has to earn money at everywhere really. But I charities they do it for a purpose, and hopefully all the money, the majority of the money goes to the actual foundation that they're doing it for. So last week I think it was, I was crying about how games might be going digital. Well, last year, according to Eurogamer, 2/3 of games were sold digitally. Figures revealed. A GSD chart from Game Industry Biz showed 67% of games bought last year were digital from all platforms.
The thing is, people being lazy as well, innit? Like, people don't want to go out and
Listen. Listen, what did I say? I said.
Listen, Linda.
Bro, listen. I'm saying, listen, all I'm saying, right, is I said it. The next consoles that come out are going to be all digital. I don't care what you say. The chances of them having disk drives is going to be so slim, it's unreal. Think of all the streaming services now. Think of everything that's going on in the world. Honest to God. Digital. Unfortunately, Sam, you're going to have to,
Not even lying, yeah. I'm not even lying. When it gets to the day, yeah, that I have to buy a game digitally, I can't physically buy it. I think that'll be my time to die.
Jacob, you do not need a DVD player for vintage porn.
Vintage porn?
You're not that young, bro. Trust me. You're still on VCR. Don't even like
vintage porn with an actual story to it.
They're the best ones.
Nathan the Milkman.
Nathan the Milkman.
Oh no, I'm here to do the plumbing. Take off your knickers and let's have it.
Oh god.
That's so sick.
Fanny, fucking yes, grill.
Nah, I want to see that guff fanny.
Fucking hell.
This week we're fucking talking about fucking vintage porn. Last week we're talking about my fucking wildest dreams. Oh, have I told you I got Cyberpunk?
You what?
Have I told you I got Cyberpunk?
I don't think you told us everyone on stream, did you?
No, I hadn't, but I started playing Cyberpunk last night.
And all he's been doing, Jordan, he's wanking over the sex scenes.
No, I ain't got there. I wanted to have a dick though, but I didn't because I'm a lady, so I had a vagina. But I wanted a dick.
Why are you playing as a woman?
I'm playing as a
Why wouldn't I play
Playing as a woman as well?
I'm playing as a woman.
Yo, my gal look painted. I'll get bashed by some black man.
Dude, do you know the whole point of these games is to relive yourself in these games? I'm just gonna leave that there.
No. Universe, mate.
No, you know what? You want to know what Liam says? Liam says, yeah. Why would you want to look at some man, yeah, when you could look at a pink gal? Quote Liam.
What, Liam? Are you man insane?
Jay, trust me. So let me think. Last few games I've played with character customization, I think I made a female character on Pokemon, female character on maybe Skyrim.
Yeah,
nowadays.
I make female on everything, man.
I make mostly females, yeah. Is that John is like, yo, what? What's it?
Listen, all right.
You need to call a female in Monster Hunter.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't like.
Hey, what? There's actually sex scenes. I thought that was.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Is that not optional?
No,
I'll just have to fantasize that I'm not doing
no.
it.
There's no optional. There's actually you actually have to go through sex scenes in the story.
It's all right. I'll pass the pad over to Catherine. I'll give it Catherine, man. Catherine can hold it while I watch that scene.
You sat there, you can be like, "What's he doing to my avatar? What's he doing to me?"
Oh man, I didn't know that. But so I'm gonna get, more black spice and Robo Dick.
Robo Dick.
No, my gal is fierce. She'll fucking bite your dick off.
That's
what I'd like.
Man of madness. Madness.
Right, so some pretty shitty news. Jonas Newborough has unfortunately passed away on January 5th. He was I don't know if anyone knows him, but if you saw him, you'd know who he is. He's a classic Tetris competitive pro player who has won 7 world championships since 2010. Recently, I think 2018, I think it was, or 19, he fought a guy from Japan. And yeah, it was 2018, and he lost his title to like a 16-year-old kid. He died at the age of 39, and he was first discovered by organizers following a video of him maxing out the Tetris score in a 2006 video. I tried looking for it, and I don't think I could find out unless any you two can find it. But yeah. Jonas Newborough is passed away.
No, what are you trying to find? Sorry.
A video of him maxing out the Tetris score.
Okay.
And I couldn't find it, but
I've watched the one where he gets beaten to that kid a couple of times.
The kid, yeah, fucking absolutely nasty. He said in an interview, that apparently he's good at the game, but he's not good enough for the new players, because apparently he's used to like holding down the directional button, but because kids now are pressing the button with like extreme speeds, he said he can't keep up. That was in a recent interview with him.
Just think he could never be able to adapt to that. Like he's taught himself to do the same thing over and over again for what 15 years, and it's just
he was he had an interview with Vice, and he said the reason why he got into Tetris is because his father passed away, and he said maybe I needed to win. This is just something he said in the thing, which I thought was real nice. He goes, maybe I needed to win that first win. The ones after that was just the icing on the cake. He goes, how people go on in life, you can't control when they leave. What happens, you can't control what happens to people in your life, but you can control what happens after. So for him getting into Tetris, winning 7 championships, it's just a way of him moving on and doing it for himself. And he won his first title in 2010. So rest in peace, Jonas.
Rest in peace, man.
Smoke some Tetris, man, up in where you are, lad. So PS5 pad. I'll get this link up.
This is savage, man. Absolutely savage.
So a PS5 pad has obviously a lot of PS5 equipment and shit at the moment is quite hard to come by. Due to production, like through COVID and shit's been pretty shit. But one individual bought a PS5 pad on eBay, and look at this.
Man.
This guy.
Christ.
This guy. Oh my god.
Fucking screwing with you.
He paid 60 quid for this shit, yeah, and got an Xbox One. Not even the Series 2 controller, Xbox One controller painted. I shouldn't laugh, but fucking
It's
man is
so
savage.
yeah, people are fucked, man.
He would have been, he'd been so mad. It had 115k upvotes. But some of the comments are joke, man. I ordered a bong. This video here is joke. A guy orders a bong, yeah, and gets an Xbox 360 controller without the back of the controller and no batteries. He orders a bong and gets a pad. That's fucked.
Trust me, mate.
You'd be screwing, mate.
You would. And to all the fucking scammers and scalpers and hackers, you guys are dickheads, but you do make the life a little bit easier to live.
I don't know, man. It's just it seems like there's more and more like this coming out, even more so since COVID. You know what I mean? Like, it's so weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when people are most vulnerable, there's just more of this bullshit.
Nah, yeah, you're right. You are right. People need to stop doing that shit. However, it brings comedy goodness. Have you guys seen the Xbox pad?
No, what's this?
It's, to be honest, all it does, it looks like a fucking Mario hat. All Man United's kit. I'll see if I can get it up real quick. It's called the Pulse Red controller. It's a new series. It's a new Xbox Series 2 controller.
Has it got any new tech in it, or is it just a case of a reskin and
I think it's just a reskin. Basically, I think, but it's their first one.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it there.
Mm.
I'm not a big fan of it. I don't really.
No, neither am I. I don't, no.
I've heard the batteries are different in this, or if you want in the recharge pack, you need a different recharge pack. You can't use like an Xbox One.
Oh, that's so lame.
So you can use batteries, but if you want a rechargeable kit, you need to get an Xbox Series X version of the rechargeable pack. And it's USB-C? Sorry, it isn't it?
You should be, yeah.
But that is the controller.
I don't know, man. I don't know. My Gears of War one's lighter than that, but I still like my Gears of War one. That's red. I still like that. Well,
It's like
a dark. Well, dark.
Oh, yeah, I remember them controllers. Yeah.
like I'm not gonna lie. I kind of, if it was a Nintendo pad, I probably would. But I don't know.
Nintendo are making a Mario one, by the way.
I think the red just needs to be a little bit darker, like rather than so bright.
Like a crimson red. Yeah.
Definitely.
But that's the pads. So we've only got a few other bits. So this is a pretty joke. So I didn't know Donald Trump was banned from Twitch.
Yo, my man's banned from everything.
Fucking Donald Trump is banned from fucking Twitch.
Yo, bro, have you seen the list of things he's banned from?
Oh mate, get that. Share that thing. Share that.
Trust me, I'll get it up now. The list of things he's banned from is ridiculous.
Let us know what they are, because I was intrigued. I would have found it, but I was being so busy with games. But yeah, obviously what's been going on in America is absolutely insane. Earlier in the chat, I don't know if you guys saw it, and I don't know how true it was, but someone said I've had a lot of chatting tonight, which has been nice. I don't normally talk about politics, but Trump just said he controls all but 2 military branches, and ended his speech with a Civil War remark. God help us all. I don't know who Insomniac Jack is, but that's something Donald Trump would do. Oh yes, is something Donald Trump would definitely do. Have you managed to find that, Jordan?
Yeah.
He's, so I'll just a little bit more about this. So yeah, he's also been, because apparently he said when he hands over the presidency over to sorry guys, I know politics should be banned from this, but I just thought it would joke how it would ban from Twitch. Why would Donald Trump, of all people, have a Twitch account? Like, my man in his spare time playing fucking Warzone.
He's banned from Facebook and Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, Reddit, Twitch. He's been banned from some like American shopping sites. Trust me, he's been banned from bare shit.
Yeah, have you seen that Baron some fucking meme? It's like Baron Trump is like, oh hi guys, I'm new to Twitter. How is everyone today? And he's got a fucking Donald Trump with a mustache.
Mate, he's been banned from Shopify.
Fucking hell.
Google have banned him. TikTok, Apple, Discord, Pinterest, Amazon, Stripe, Okta, Twilio. So all, trust me,
everything. My man's just not allowed on the internet anymore.
He's been banned from the internet.
Yeah, Grill say PogChamp's been taken down from Twitch because of Gutex was saying some shit about the raids.
Yeah, he wasn't for them. But
Yeah,
it was almost like inciting hate speech, which obviously has had it removed.
But I've just realised I think my output of OBS is not the right resolution. Well.
What res we outputting at?
It just looks a little bit smaller than 1080 to be honest.
No, it's not. That's fine, man.
It's nothing major. What's it? He's lost the plot. Calling COVID a hoax and shit. Said Bleach good and whatnot. Said Bleach is good and whatnot. I hope you mean Bleach is in the anime because Bleach is good.
Yeah, Bleach anime is good.
And he was saying just stuff about. I don't think he said, "Oh, this is you should go out and riot." I think he said something along the lines that it would come across as enticing people to go out and riot.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked.
Yeah.
So kind of enabling it more, basically.
Yeah.
Dies as a martyr. Yeah.
He's basically saying, something bad's happened. You should retaliate in a nutshell.
Yeah, it's like I feel sorry for a lot of the Americans because I know they say they're a democracy, but they're really fucking not. They're really not. But let's move on from that shit. Anyway, Donald Trump, you're not coming to play fucking golf in Scotland, you fuck.
Yeah, you fuck.
Yeah, apparently Scotland have banned him from because he wanted when he handed it over, he wanted to come play golf in Scotland, but
is it fuck, mate? Get the fuck.
You can go, suck one, Mr. Trump, Mr. Baron Trump. Good,
now the guy with the mustache is all right.
Yeah, true. Who's that guy? I've never heard of him. Hearthstone Pro also has tweeted that he's getting an unusual amount of followers, and his name is Trump.
Standard.
Yeah, and he just rake him in.
I'd have got their nice number, then said something.
So he said here that getting a lot of Twitter followers right now. I might not be who you're trying to follow. You're looking for the former president, not the Hearthstone player. And I don't know actually how much he it's not over. He is still the current president. Oh, it's Forrest Ferguson. Fucking hell. You're right about the last one. Now let's have a look at some of these. You're right about the last one. He's still the president, but in about 2 weeks it's over, I'm going to be honest. He might be the new totem, bro. Just spitballing here, but you maybe tell the writer to stand down, they might listen. They seem easily confused. It's just madness, isn't it, really, what's going on?
Yeah.
It really is. Not saying Biden is a good guy, because he probably is just as bad, but Trump needed gown. He needed gown.
Unfortunately, I feel in these circumstances, it's not our country, is it? So
No.
It's hard. It's easier for us here to say this and
Yeah.
that, and we're not actually in that situation, I guess.
Mm-hmm. He has a course up there, some shit. Yeah. So I was playing on Trump, like, I think you got the wrong guy. Yeah, it is. It isn't. To be honest, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck politics. Let's talk about EA loot boxes. Some of which is a little bit better. Net. So I don't know why oh no, I haven't. Never mind. Ignore me. The former chief operating officer, Peter Moore, said that loot boxes in FIFA, and he doesn't class them as gambling. What are your guys' thoughts on loot boxes in general, but FIFA packs?
It's not gambling. It's gotcha.
Oh, go on.
It's like a gotcha game. It's like
yeah, Ultimate Team.
Yeah, it's like all the ones you've got. It's like Dokkan Battle. It's like Genshin Impact. It's basically the same as them games. Yes, you are spending your money, and yes, in our opinions, you are wasting your money, but you will get something out of it. You are still going to get something out of it. Gambling dictates that when you gamble your money away on a higher chance of not getting anything back.
Yeah.
And I think
right. This is my say on it. Right, a game is worth what, $59.99. If you spend over that boundary, then there's most likely something dodgy going on in terms of how the game's being made and the way that they take money off you. Like, in a real sense, you should be able to get enough game time out of paying £60, even for a free-to-play game to start with, or just paying the £65 straight up front. What I don't like is people taking advantage. Like, for example, RuneScape do it, where you can pay more money to get more keys to then get the better items. So it literally does come down to the subject of, if you've got more money in real life, you will do better in the game. And
so
I don't know if that's fair.
Pay to win.
But the thing is, it's not gambling. That's what I mean. Like, I feel like you're paying for something to get something out of it. It's just the rush. It is gotcha. I don't understand how it's any different. You know, you sunk money into Genshin Impact. You've played that. Would you say that's gambling? No, it's not gambling.
I think from an adult point of view, because what it's saying is it's like an addiction, isn't it? It's like a drug, to the point where you spend thousands, and you see these people that spend thousands and thousands of pounds because they need that buzz that you get from buying the gems or whatever you need. And it's the same with kids. Like, devices are used by kids all the time now, and if I do see it as a way of them taking advantage of not only adult minds but children's minds, because it's so easy for them to be like, shine a golden carrot in front of you and be like, oh, pay us 99p and you can have this, and I feel like that's
fair points.
You know what
fair
I mean?
Points, yeah.
Yeah, but that's
like, can I just read out the definition of gambling? So I'm reading here. The first definition is play games of chance for money or bets, and then the second saying taking risky action in hopes for a desired result. So if we go by what Google said, it technically is gambling, but what the chief operator says, he says it's not like you're not winning anything, because when you open up a Ultimate Team pack, you get players.
Yeah.
You get something for your money.
Yeah.
It might not be what you want, but you're not getting nothing. Like, whereas if you think of gambling in terms of like a scratch card, you could spend 10 quid, 5 quid, whatever, however much money, and win nothing. So
I honestly,
it's kind of a grey area, I would say.
I don't know, man. I
would argue even Gacha stuff's gambling, because
Can you
the more
explain
you
to me
put
what
in, the more you get out.
gacha exactly?
So
What?
it's just like FIFA packs. You buy. So it's like booster packs in Yu-Gi-Oh. You buy a booster pack to get a card you want, but like Grill said, then buying boosters, is that gambling? You go into a shop and you buy Pokemon cards. Is that gambling? No.
It kind of is, because you're gambling on a shiny, or you're gambling on that card you need.
Yeah, it's gambling on a shiny, but it's all perception, because at the end of the day, you wouldn't class that as gambling, because then all you're saying is, well, my child gambles because he buys cards.
Yeah.
No, do you know what I mean? That's not how it works. You don't go into a card shop and buy.
Yeah, but right, when they make these cards, they only make a certain amount, so they're making the odds.
Yeah, they make the odds, but
so it's gambling. They've made the odds, and you are gambling against them odds. That's the whole point.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you have to find the line of how far something is gambling to you. Do you know what I mean? You can't just say everything is gambling, dude.
You could put it down to everything is gambling.
Exactly, but you can't say that. I go buy a car. The car manufacturer's made the odds of how long that car's going to last. How good somebody's made that. I'm gambling and buying a car. That car will break at some point, and I have to spend more money.
Exactly, yeah.
What I'm saying is you have to find the line of when you think something gambling.
Yeah. No, I think it's when it becomes a problem.
Yeah, an addiction.
Yeah.
I think gambling becomes a massive thing, and you can class it as gambling. As first person for me, if I heard someone say, "Oh, I'm gambling," I'd instantly think addiction. Like, I'd instantly think they're addicted to paying money and spending their money and being addicted. But obviously that's not the way it is. It's just that's my perception of it, and it has to be your perception of what you think's gambling.
Yeah.
I love to buy Pokemon cards. He's not a gambler. He's not gambling on anything. He buys them for fun, and that is how you have to see it. He's not buying it because he's gambling.
You're right. I think it only becomes a problem once the situation is a problem for the individual.
Do you know what I mean? Oliver, at the end of the day, Oliver could get into FIFA and he could spend £100 in a couple of months on FIFA. But I would never do that, because what he's doing is he's playing a game and he's getting enjoyment out of it.
Yeah.
And it's not a problem. Your problems occur when parents have their card details on an account and a child physically can't stop, and it changes. Your child has paid £500 for it, and it instantly turns from you're buying your child something you wanted to buy them to then gambling because they've spent a stupid amount of money.
I agree. Like with my kids and stuff with the computer and the consoles, I don't save my cards anywhere, because I just know for a fact, a kid doesn't understand that pressing that button loads of times and him getting the good shit, like they don't get it. There's money out there. Well, younger kids might not. But yeah, I totally agree with you, Jordan, man. You're right.
No,
it's the thing is, it's like for me, I play Genshin. I've rolled to get a character. I've ultimately paid a bit of money. I'm ultimately not upset with what I get. Same with FIFA. Yeah. But for me personally, back in the day, that's why I didn't play FIFA Ultimate Team for so long, because it got into a problem. It turned into a problem, and then that for me then changed from just something chilled to something bad. I just think it's I think the word gambling is just, it's hard. It is a grey area, like Sam says. When you think about it, like grey area, you are right.
And when people say that, also I just wanted to chime in there. When people say, "Oh, you're paying for something that's not even a real item," well, you are, because an artist has had to create that item for you in that game. So it might not exist in the real world, but it's definitely been created by a professional, and therefore that's why you pay a higher price for,
So let's just have a quick read through this chat. So yeah, from the booster pack. So what happens when you have every character except one? You just buy that character, I'd say. There's odds from buying a pack. It's I think it's an old law and rule. Devil's Tear said it is subjective, which it very much is. But Jordan makes a good point in saying there is a line, and whether you want to cross that line and say a lot of things in life is gambling, then you're.
I think it's a weird one. It is a weird, like, for me. It's a weird one. Like if I go into a betting shop and I play a fruit machine, I know there's a very high chance that I'm not going to get my money back or whatever I put in. But like if you buy a box of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, so you're paying what, £80 to £100 for a box of Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah.
There's a very high chance that you are going to get a selection of cards you can sell on for a good price, or you're going to get one card which you can sell on for a good price.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? That is because we create we as consumers create the price of what we're willing to pay for.
I agree.
Now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's different when you're playing against machines and you're playing against, big companies. It just depends where you see it. It's perception. That's all it is. You know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's what it is. Like, Sam, you could play. I don't know.
Go on.
I don't know. You can play any game which requires you to buy loot boxes, and you might not see that as a problem. But Kat might open one box, and she says, "Why are you gambling your money?"
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like right, loot boxes. They're not putting games to help the players. They're putting games to make money. That is their sole purpose.
Yeah.
And maybe if we could not argue about loot boxes, maybe we could just not have them in games like we used to. Then everything would be just fine, because you wouldn't have the people with loads of money kind of cheating, and you wouldn't have the people with no real life money complaining about the people with the money that are at the top of the leaderboard.
Let's be honest. How I know for a fact FIFA makes a lot of money off of Ultimate Team. Like, probably a fair share of their money that they earn is from Ultimate Team. Like, for instance, in that circumstance, would them not doing it, would they potentially still be making FIFA games? Because obviously, to make a FIFA game, even though it might be like a copy and paste game, they still have to pay their employees to make sure the program still works, that the ports are working fine.
It's one of them things. I think it's living to your needs. Like, you live to your wage. Do you know what I mean? And that's how these games are with loot boxes. The games are developed to a loot box. Do you know what I mean? Like, if FIFA didn't have FIFA Ultimate Team, it would make monies in other places.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just how it goes. I think this is why when we saw, I think it was like beginning of season 2, Ghost of Tsushima's multiplayer dropped, and it's fan-fucking-tastic because they had all this extra shit you could get, but none of it was in loot boxes.
I don't mind, right? Don't get me wrong. That's fantastic. It's the same with DLC. I don't mind paying the extra. Like, if the money that I'm paying you is worth the content that you're giving me, because that's what it boils down to, doesn't it? Like, it's all right giving a free update out, but if it's a few bug fixes and they're charging £15, then we've got a serious problem.
So I'll just carry on down these. Gambling is wagering of money or something of value and on an event with an uncertain outcome with the primary intent of winning money or material goods. That's the definition. Again, you're right in what you're saying, but there's a line. Big Willie Dem says, if your kids are spending money on your cards, give them a swift beatdown. I can still sell an account if I want to. I bought 2 boxes the other day, it wasn't all that.
It's
great.
all opinion. Jacob said
it is opinionated.
He said at the bottom, as far as I see it, you are given a chance to buy something that has odds. It's gambling, but if you are guaranteed an item you want, it's not. It's gacha. At the end of the day, in Genshin Impact, after 10 pulls, every 100 you are guaranteed the rare item you want. So is that not gambling? You could potentially put
I don't know.
£200 into the game and get the items you want. So is that not gambling? Or
I
is
just
that
as long as like I said, as long as you don't go past that 60 pound threshold, which I believe games are at now, then we haven't got a problem. It's when every individual has to spend at least £150 to get to the point where it's actually fun or the end game or and I feel like with the loot box stuff, you are enforcing players to, rather than play the game, why don't you pay us more money and we'll play it for you? And I don't know. I just like, what's the point in the fucking game if you know what I mean? Like that's the whole point.
like I say, it's all perception. I think, honest to God, there's not a person in this chat, and there's none of us here who can not say that we've not spent money on some kind of box of some sort.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody in this chat has done it. I've done it. You guys have done it. We've all spent money on boxes. The only reason that people are kicking off now is because it's become more apparent that people can't control themselves and keep buying boxes.
Metal Gear Survival is a big reason why loot boxes shouldn't be a thing. I didn't actually know you had to buy save files in Survive.
That's disgusting. That's not gambling. That is just straight up
wrong.
What, you want to have multiple save files, so you got to pay for that? What, are you dumb? That's what meant. That's what storage space is, mate.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point, that Grill Setter. Because what we in our heads we think gambling is like plus 18, all this stuff, but it is. I think the word gambling and how we see it has changed over time. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean an addiction now and a bad thing.
It's strange because the thing is, half of the time, it's not the actual money that is the issue, and it's not the money that is spent. Parents whose kids spend the money, yes, they kick off. But for the kids, it's not necessarily the fact that they're spending the money and they're risking to get cards. A lot of people just like opening packs, opening boxes. That chemical reaction it gives you when you're doing something
Dopamine, man.
new,
That dopamine,
looking for. You're not actually looking for anything else.
Yeah.
It's
not
just
fix of being like, fucking yes,
bro. Dudes, I get it with new consoles and new PCs. That is what I get it with. Like, if I know that, like with the PS5, I could not fucking wait to open that box. Like, you don't.
Oh yeah, mate. This
like,
the new smell.
Honestly, in my gut right now, I would happily buy another one to get the same feeling.
It's the same feeling for me as when I need a shit.
That's why gambling is so good, Big Willa. Gambling is fun, and it's that dopamine fix that makes it fun.
Be responsible. Gamble responsibly.
It's just a perception, isn't it? That's what I'm saying. Like, it literally gets down to the point where, it becomes an issue depending on how you're looking at it. It's crazy.
That's so sick. I can't believe you took it out of box, though.
I know, you're such a batty hole. Don't even show it off. If you showed it off, I understand. You're a psycho, you know that.
I should put it back in its box, but fucking look at the size of him.
Bro, you better stop getting your fingers on him. You're a
Oi, who said, is that Trump?
Out of the box, it's Trump.
It just got Trump.
Fucking trust me. Out of the box, it's Trump.
Fucking hell. Right. So we're coming to a wrap now. But did you guys see? Well, Jordan, I saw it just before. Jordan said there's an Indiana Jones game being made by Bethesda. Is it going to be exclusive? Is it not?
Is it going to be good?
Oh, mate. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, man.
Lol, who cares?
Can't see it.
Well, you know what, guys? For entertainment's sake, we are going to Yeah, I agree. Grill say Xbox can have it, but we're gonna give them the benefit of the doubt.
I let's face it. The way they were. This is just coming to PS. This is a PS exclusive, man. Xbox only have Fable and Halo. That's their career now for the rest of the generation to come.
So there's not much to it. There really isn't much to it. But yeah, Bethesda. Why? I'm just gonna say why Indiana Jones and not.
To be completely honest, it's taken long enough. If you think about it, really.
Yeah.
In terms of iconic stuff, in terms of what they've made and what they've done, having a proper Indiana Jones game is, like a proper one. It's taken a long time.
Didn't they bring out a live action one on the PS2? Well,
yeah,
I say live action, but like
once upon a time, yeah.
Realism.
Yeah.
As far as PS2 would take realism. What are you guys saying? Okay, I know it's all my. Before you say anything. Oh, right. Yeah, why Xbox can have it? Didn't Xbox try and buy Nintendo once upon a time? What should be?
Tried.
They tried, and Nintendo laughed. They laughed, and in all honesty, if you was Nintendo and any company comes over and says, "Oh, yeah, we want to buy you," but it's like, I don't need you,
bro.
I don't need you to buy me. I'll buy you.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? They could have nothing other than Pokemon and Mario, and they'd still be fine.
Easy.
Yeah, I agree.
Easy.
That's without Zelda.
That's
Yeah.
Honestly, like Zelda's big things, but what I'm saying is with Mario and Pokemon, they just have it. You know what I'm saying? They just
We have not spoke about Rise Grill say that we're coming to that. We're coming to that. Don't you worry, mate. Don't you worry.
We're coming to an end now, so that was
we are.
Indiana Jones, and then we're going to talk about Rise.
So yeah, that was the Indiana Jones trailer. So what do you guys think about Rise?
I didn't play it. You can be mad at me, but I'm excited about what you guys have got to hear, what you guys have got to say, because I'm excited for it.
Elden Ring.
Yeah,
have they shown some more stuff about Elden Ring?
They brought stuff out. It went dark for ages.
Yeah,
like some little bits have come out recently. But we're on about Rise.
Yeah, Monster Hunter Rise. The demo came out 2 days ago.
It broke Nintendo servers, you know.
Yeah, it did.
Mate, bro, trust me.
Yeah.
Do you know how long it took me to download mine? Like every time I went to download it, it told me that it would take a short while to download. A short while.
A short while.
I think it's fantastic. I played the demo. I loved it.
How much did it let you play?
So you can play. So there's two. There's a gathering quest.
Mm-hmm.
There's a wyvern riding quest, and then a mission. So there's two missions. There's the Mitsuzune, and then there's the what is it?
What, that pink guy?
Yeah,
no,
so
that's
Mitsuzune.
I'm not very good with the names, but I'm not gonna lie, he was a dickhead.
Yeah. Honest to God, I played. If it wasn't for Square, I'd have completed the demo like loads of times.
Yeah,
but no, I loved it. It just felt like World.
Well, what did you think? Did you play it handheld or with a Pro controller?
Pro.
Right, yeah. So the issue I had in handheld mode was obviously for a while now I've been using claw, so I use 4 fingers on R1 and R2, and I feel like you need to do that with this one as well. But it just the console didn't feel right in my hands for that game. I love the gameplay. Yeah, like in handheld mode, because it's just a weird shape of Switch. Like
I don't like the Joy-Cons at all, mate.
With Monster Hunter, you need to be quite quick with your hands with dodging and stuff, and just with changing your camera constantly. it felt a bit fiddly, and I felt like sometimes I was going to drop my controller. But as far as it goes, that is the only issue I really had with it. And I will say
I loved it. I used the hammer, I used the great sword, I used the long sword, and I used the heavy bogan.
Yeah, I use every time I play a new Monster Hunter game, I just go for the switch axe or the charge blade. I don't know why. I just love how them two play because of the switching of the stances. Lance is too OP, man. John, don't you use a gun lance?
No, I've used them all, but I normally the ones I normally use most of the time was a hammer, a heavy bowgun, light bowgun, bow, long sword, great sword, and charge blade.
Mm-hmm.
They're the main ones I'd use.
Yeah, I love the charge blade. So sick.
Charge blade OP, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the early Monster Hunter days, like when it first came out, World, charge blade, mate, was fucking OP. So good. And not so much with Iceborne because elemental damage became a thing. There were some good ones. But yeah, it was good. It was good. I enjoyed Rise. Anyone go get it. Oh, Nathan, back to your question of how many times you can play it. It's really weird, but it actually gives you 30 tries to play any of the quests. And after 30 tries, the demo's meant to end. But you can actually go into the save files and delete it and then restart the 30 tries again.
Yeah, mate.
Really weird.
Nice. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try it, man. Like I said, I've just recently bought World, so I've been playing a bit of that.
It's sick. Right, guys.
Yeah, man.
We'll wrap it there. Wrap up. Protect yourself. Wrap up.
We've got a lot. We've got a lot coming up, and there's gonna be a lot more social media presence over the next couple of weeks and to a month, and then going forward from that. So we've got a lot in the schedule. Hopefully, we'll be able to announce that, we've on the bridges of hopefully getting a charity stream going, which we'll announce more of towards the back end of next week. But hopefully that charity 24-hour stream will be at the end of this season. And we're going to get the Just Giving page set up and we're going to start getting that done for a whole season. We want everybody to just spread the word on that. We're going to pick a charity that's close to home. Close to the home, and we hope everyone can get involved, and you can come see us play games for 24 hours or see us in shifts play.
We're getting old now. We have to take it turns. So we're going to be splitting the 24 hours between all three of us, but at the end of it, you'll see all of us.
But that's not it. We'll hopefully have more guests coming on, and we'll hopefully,
we're working on it. We're working on it.
Do you know what I mean? So hopefully we'll have more guests and more stuff. And we're bringing you more this season.
Oh, yes.
Definitely.
I don't know about you guys, but these seasons are getting better and better.
It is. We're getting t-shirts, guys. We are getting them t-shirts in soon. Very soon.
Them originals are rare now because we are no longer using that design.
Ooh.
You hold the rarest item we have.
Yes, they do. Due to Corona and restrictions and trying to keep my babies safe, they are currently still with me. But
right, I've changed my mind. We want them t-shirts back. You haven't won them. Jordan, give me the rare one, man. It'll be on eBay for like $1,000.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But no.
Oh, mate, that was so nasty.
It's been a good episode too.
Yeah, it fucking has. Man. I loved
Special
it.
Guest.
Yeah, our first special guest, and plenty more to come. But yeah, that's it from us. Week 2 over and out, and we will see you hopefully all next week. We got some good shit coming up for you, and we love you. I'll be playing the outro, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of your evening. Peace out, guys. Take it easy.